Hey guys, back at it. This is day 204 in my 1 year daily diary challenge. This challenge was prompted after I completed a 100-day challenge, and that challenge was nudged. I was nudged when I did a meditation session that I should just do this 100 days of audio diary posted on a large platform, and I resisted a number of times until I just felt like it was an amazing opportunity to continue to be authentic and to work on my throat chakra and all the things exciting and transitional. So if you want to learn more about that, please pop back and listen to those first 100 days. Excuse me. Let's get into day 204. So today is a Wednesday, and it's typically a day that we'd have school for the kids, but because we had some snow, the school's canceled, and I usually go to my grandmother's house on Wednesday, which was also canceled because of the weather. I didn't feel comfortable driving out there. Just because I'm not sure how much got cleared quickly and how much will just be like black ice and freeze over and that kind of thing. So we relaxed in the morning, let the kids kind of sleep in and do their thing. I decided to it's so crazy and funny, and just I laughed to myself because I had, this whole plan of this new routine, this new workout, front loading my day, getting my stuff done. And it was like such an organized list of, wake up at this time, do these things, then, wake up my daughter, then do these things, and so on through the morning. But I have yet to have a normal morning to actually see if this plan is sustainable on a normal school day. So, again, I've just front loaded my day, doing the things on my list, of course, not doing the school drop offs and wake up, but getting myself up and working out, doing my kettlebell routine within the first 30 minutes of waking up, getting, a nice glass of water, then doing a protein loaded breakfast with some more workout, some vibration plate therapy, some sauna, some acupressure, and grounding like I normally do. So I have just been running through my routine without all of the school stuff. So it's been really good. Even though I haven't been getting up super early, I've just been waking up whenever I wake up and then starting. It's made me feel a lot stronger. It's made me feel more energized. I'm feeling really good about it. So even though it's not normal routine, I'm still getting into it and I'm still starting it, and I'm really excited and happy that I'm doing it. But let the kids sleep in as much as they could. When they got up, I was just making sure they knew it was a Wednesday, so their dad was going to pick them up or I was going to drop them off. We hadn't really decided at that point. So they were just, I had to tell my daughter to get up and get showered and ready because she didn't want to go kind of not showered and ready. So I pulled out suitcases for our trip to Florida, and I started to pack a little bit of something clothing-wise. And just because the kids will be away for the weekend, I wanted my daughter to start thinking about that just because she's the one packing for herself now. And we will be leaving super early on Monday morning, so I'll be picking them up later on Sunday night and just making sure they're here and in bed so that we can get up early and go. I kind of packed my son's stuff, and when we were down the last time, I left a whole bunch of things just so that, we didn't have to repack as much. And then as I'm packing, I'm thinking of things that could also be left down where the next time we go, we wouldn't necessarily need to pack much at all. Just, toothbrush and essential toiletries. But I had sat down with my son the other day and ordered a pair of shoes because he had a pair of Nikes that, like the rubber came off of the sole, and they replaced them in a way. Well, they took them back and recycled the materials and then sent a digital gift card. So we sat down together the other day and we picked out a pair of shoes that he wanted, slip-ons. They're Jordans. They're really cool. The gift card covered most of it. I just had to cover a little bit, which is cool. And they should be coming this week sometime. Also, the Nintendo that was getting fixed, we got a notification that it was done and ready for pickup. But with the snow day, obviously nobody's going anywhere. So I did not pick that up. And I, got them up, got them ready, started to do a whole bunch of stuff in the house. And then I loaded the kids in the car to go to their dad's later early evening. And then I was like, well, I'm going to try to see if the thrift store is open so I could drop these bags off that are still in the car. And it was closed. Okay, cool. I went over to the Nintendo place just to check because I was out and they were closed as well. So both errands I tried to run they didn't work. So I went over to the area where I was going to have a date early and just hung out in the car and did some more car shopping while I was hanging out in the car. And when my date showed up, we walked together to the restaurant, and it was a really lovely place. Like, I've never been there before. We had great conversation. He's in a different place in his journey through separation. And so I was just allowing the conversation to flow naturally and let him, be open and express what he was wanting to express. So it was a really nice time, really good conversation. It was warm inside and chilly outside, so we didn't spend too much time outside, but definitely gave hugs and said that we, wanted to get together again. With me going to Florida for 2 weeks, it kind of like reduces the amount of time that I had to kind of like meet in person these 3 guys that I was texting and engaging with through the dating app. So I did have a first date with one of the guys, Indian Canadian, and I had a first date with Florida boy, and I had a first date with we'll call him NC boy, born and bred and raised in North Carolina. So, excuse me, got together with all of them, first date, vibe checks, really had great conversations with all of them, different kinds of conversations because NC and Florida guys have kids, and so they're used to like the kid talk and the, talk about your ex, and then Canadian Indian does not have any kids, so it's a different conversation. But yeah, it was great, all of them. I have a second date planned tentatively with Florida boy, and a second date definitely planned for Canadian Indian, which they all kind of communicate throughout the day with me, and not like it's important, and I've gotten farther and farther away from being like anxiously attached and needing that constant communication. But so far, the text communication has been really good. No red flags as far as like, nobody's like wondering if I haven't texted them for 4 hours. Like, where are you? What's going on? What happened? because life happens all the time, and sometimes you just don't pick up the phone. Like, I am getting more and more in a space where I'm like wanting to interact on social media and digitally, and wanting just to be like in person. I really just want to be like more of how it used to be, and just do a lot of fun things in person with people. Yes, the phone is important. And I was talking about this too. Like, I got a cell phone when I was a teenager because I babysat for the cell service guy, the local rep. And all of my friends and people, like, nobody had a cell phone. But I was like one of the first. And so it was like AOL chat rooms, online with dial up. And you had like email, you had direct message, you had like chat rooms, and that was it. And then you had, I had a cell, and I could text and I could call, but a lot of people had pagers, and a lot of people didn't have anything, or their home phone. And so it was a different time. It just felt different. Like, you did more things out in person with people, and you connected IRL. So I am feeling not fatigued, because it doesn't feel that way. It just feels like I'm done. Like, it's not filling a need anymore. It doesn't make me excited to pop online and scroll and just like look at everybody's things. Because, I was a part of like when Facebook transitioned over to the general public. I resisted it for a while, but then I got onto it. And so it was kind of fun to like see what everybody was doing. Because I also had moved to Florida away from a lot of people. But yeah, I'm not, like I said, I'm not fatigued digitally, but I feel the need to migrate away from it. And the need for it for like my business and for my grandma's business is still there. And I do want to build an online presence because that's relevant. But I'm finding like me personally wanting to be on even the dating app. Like, I just like kind of put it in a silent mode where I'm not actively looking, and I'm not like, if somebody comes through and like likes me, I'll go through just to like accept or decline. And most of the time it's decline. So I feel like I'm in this very like hibernative mode, maybe, just like deselecting everything and just like going more inward and wanting that physical in-person connection and interactions. So I don't know what it is, but I'm just like going with the flow and kind of giving myself grace and accepting that, this is something I need right now. And it's okay. There's no requirement for me to be online and to post things and to be like in people's faces, and that whatever is meant for me will come to me, no matter if I'm online or not. And I just need to follow the things that I'm passionate about and make me excited. And what makes me excited is spending more time with people in real time. So that's kind of what I'm doing. And then I'm also planning this move, which is taking up a lot of time. And I'm trying to get a new car, which is taking up a lot of time. So it's like I don't really have a lot of time to just waste on scrolling and being online. And so a lot of other things are occupying my time. And I think before I felt guilty that I wasn't on and I wasn't posting and I wasn't looking, and like I would miss things. But now I don't worry about it as much. So it's just, I feel a different phase coming on. And sometimes those like lulls come before something really big and exciting. So I'm ready for that. I'm ready for getting into something exciting. I do have this Love Yourself Women's Retreat coming up around Valentine's weekend. I have a bunch of spots open. So if you're interested in coming to North Carolina in the mountains and getting back to loving yourself first before loving others, I really encourage you just to drop me a message and let me know. I'll send you the info for that. And other than that, the day was great. The date was fun. Kids came home from their dads, and we all just chilled and relaxed before we wrapped it up and went to bed. They have another day of no school. So 2 days back to back, no school. And then they track out. So it's like, I don't know what Friday's going to bring for school, but it's kind of silly to me. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me. Subscribe, like, share, comment, all the things or none of the things. It really doesn't bother me. I'm here just to be authentic, real, raw, uncut, unedited. And I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.